Hey guys, it's POSTBOXPAT and welcome back to a new video, and today I'm going to be showing you guys how to create lag for the duplication glitch or just lag in general on the Better Together version. Now if you've clicked on this video randomly and you haven't watched the glitch video yet and you want to know how to make lag, fair enough, but if you are interested in doing the duplication glitch correctly, you're going to need to know how to make lag. Now some of you probably already knew how to make lag, but I'm going to go over a bunch of different designs or ideas that you guys can use to create lag and show you guys the best one for the duplication glitch. So as we're in this video for the duplication glitch, the first method I am going to show you is going to be the duplication glitch method because that is what you guys are here for. So let me show you guys that straight away. So the duplication glitch, we actually released this the other day and this is actually on my channel now. You can go and check it out. It's a really awesome duplication glitch and honestly it's probably one of the best ones currently in Minecraft Better Together version. So it's really cool and go and check that out. So lag. Now the best way of making lag for the duplication glitch is having a control where you can actually decide when you want the lag to kick in. You press that and your lag will kick in, and then you can turn off the lag at any time. Now, there's a different method you can do this. You can either have it so you can have it always running or turned off. And honestly, I'd have the machine a bit closer to the glitch. The reason I built the machine over there is so I couldn't give away 100% how the machine was built. But the machine is a very simple machine. It involves light and maybe even gravel, sand or cement. I've got here, I have pink concrete powder, which is basically the cement stuff, whatever you want to call it. And basically what it does is it falls with gravity. So look, and that'll cause a lot of lag when pistons are moving it. So what's happening here is it's the pistons that cause all the lag. So let's activate this and show you guys exactly what's going on. So you could actually build more of these and make your frame rate go even lower. But what's going on is the movement in the lighting. So the extension of the lighting, you see how the lighting's going all over the place. That's what mainly causes the lag. Also you have the movement of the pistons, but it's that lighting movement that you can see right now going on is what's causing this lag. Now you do need a huge chunk of this, and you don't 100%, well, you need sticky pistons, which is awkward as well, but you don't have to always use sticky pistons. You could also have only a few sticky pistons and have the gravel on normal pistons, and that would also cause lag as well. So, but this is the best method. So if I was to cut this off here, let's break this one here, you'll notice the lag will decrease quite a bit. Now it hasn't decreased that much because I've got quite a big machine running here, but let's cut some more off on this machine. Let's cut this one off on the machine. So now we can see the lag is definitely getting smoother and it's not as laggy. And then you can cut off another machine. So say if we cut off this machine here, let's cut off this machine right now. The lag actually drops to very minimal and there's only a little bit of lag. And then obviously if I cut it all off, the machines are all going to just stop. So let's just cut it off there just so we can cut it all off quickly. And there we are. So that is how you do lag. Now let me show you guys how to build this. The best way of building this is obviously using sticky pistons. Now sticky pistons on survival ain't the easiest thing to get. Now you can grind out slime and that if you are really desperate for it, and honestly I would highly recommend doing that. Now glowstone is very easy to get and I'm sure many of you have lots of glowstone, but sticky pistons aren't so easy to get. But I'm going to do this with normal pistons and sticky pistons to show you guys what I mean. The items you're going to need is obviously some repeaters, one comparator, one lever, a bunch of pistons and sticky pistons, a bunch of glowstone, and a bunch of gravel, sand, or whatever else you want to use with gravitational effects. So let me grab all that. Obviously, my skills on this is very slow because I don't know this menu that well. But let me just grab a bunch of items which you guys could highly use. And any light source really that can stick and not break is really cool. So I'm not too sure if this lights, if magma, what's it called? Magma, where is it? I can't find the blocks very well on this, unfortunately. But I'm going through it. I'm trying my best. That there, the magma block. Does that output light? I don't know. Let's check that. No, it doesn't output light, so that wouldn't have much of an effect. But anything that outputs light, so even these jack-o'-lanterns, obviously they're hard, difficult to build, but you could use them. Let me grab the glowstone if I can find it. I'm being a complete noob here. I just don't know the menu at all very well. I don't know the menu. There it is, the glowstone. And then we'll just grab some sand. So how do you build this? Alright, so we're going to build it over here, away from over here, and I'll show you guys exactly how to do it. All you simply do is create that little comparator system that we did on the glitch. Most of you know this by now. You switch the comparator on like that. Just do a loop around like that. Then you activate the lever, and what it does, it creates that repeating pulse. Now, it's really cool. It's one of the first things I've ever covered on YouTube, and a lot of people, other YouTubers, have been inspired by this contraption. It's a very simple contraption that I made, and it is one of the best contraptions that I've probably ever come up with. Obviously, other people came up with it as well, but most people have got the idea from me or inspired by my contraption, this one here, and it is really cool. So you will need that make sure you get the comparator and turn the light on the comparator by pressing left trigger or by tapping it on your Pocket Edition or whatever you're using. Just turn the light on and you'll be fine to go. So once you've got the light on, you're going to want to build the pistons or have the idea where it's going to be. Now, personally, I like to have the pistons at the same level as the redstone. So what I'd do is either build up for this. So for example, you could put a layer of sand here if you had a bunch of sand or cobblestone or whatever you wanted. Have a bunch of sand like this, because it says breaking blocks doing this, and breaking blocks sometimes can take quite a bit of time. So we'll put that layer of sand there, and this isn't actually going to be used by the pistons, but then we can have like the pistons. So we'll have normal pistons on this side for the sand on top of it. And this basically what it does, it puts them at the same level, so it actually responds to it very easily. There we are. And then we'll put sticky pistons on this side and we'll put glowstone on this side. So there we are. So we've got all that going down there. Oh, it is a bit glitchy on the back to go version, unfortunately. It is a little bit like playing Minecraft drunk. No offense to the game, but it is. And then we'll put the redstone down here and try and get this to work. It'll probably leave a few gaps like it always does. Yeah, it does with redstone, unfortunately. We'll fill in them gaps though, as you can see, filling in them gaps. So we got this pretty good contraption working. Sorry if it's making you a bit dizzy this, but there you are. Alright, so now when I press this lever, it should all go up and down, and then you look where it's not going up and down, grab your comparator and whack your comparator in there. Now obviously them two aren't going to go up down there because the signal's not going to be provided to them, but it near enough is. So you've got that going nicely there, and that isn't causing that much lag, but it'll do the job. So now you pick what you want. You can have, obviously you're going to need glowstone on this side with the sticky piston so it can go up and down, but however with sand it doesn't require a sticky piston. With sand, it doesn't require a sticky piston because it's gravitational, so your sand should automatically go up and down, which is really cool, and it can cause a lot of lag as well using sand. Glowstone is personally my favourite to do this, but if you don't have any other option, you could just cover your entire map with sand. As you can see, the frame rate is definitely dropping, and you could even build the sand higher if you wanted to, higher up into the sky. So for example, if we were to build 2 or 3 layers of sand, let's just build some more layers of sand like this. Put some more layers in. There we are. If we put a bunch of layers of sand in, that's going to cause a bunch of lag as well. So let's see if the pistons will activate that. So here we go. So there you are. We're getting a bunch of lag there, and that's causing quite a big frame rate drop just for the this small little design, which is pretty cool. And if you were to keep layering this, you could even put some sand on top of the glowstone if you wanted to as well, because obviously that's gravitational and that will affect with the gravity. So there you are. You put that on there like that. Got some nice little bits of sand on there, and that will work as well with the pistons. Anything really can cause lag. I know this machine looks weird, and if you're going for looks in your survival world, I would recommend building this underground or somewhere no one's going to see it. But it is pretty cool, and you can see it's actually breaking the sand this time, so that's not going to work unfortunately. But sometimes it doesn't, sometimes it does, and there you are. The frame rate is dropping. You're going to need more of these machines unfortunately to get this to 100% work. But once you get your machines up and running, you'll notice this is perfect, and you could keep repeating this process, keep putting pistons down with sand or whatever you want to use for it. You could just have tons of pistons full of sand, and you'll basically be sorted for it. And that's basically the best way of doing this in my opinion. You can just build these constructions. Glowstone is the best way in my opinion, and then sand secondly, or anything gravitational. If you can afford to build sticky pistons, I would recommend it. Again, you can duplicate your slime after, so you may as well do it because you can actually duplicate slime using my glitch. Go and check out that video if you haven't. Let's just talk a little bit about other methods of making the world lag. Now, again, in this back together version, entities are something that can make the world really laggy. For example, if you were to flood the world with armor stands, that would definitely drop the frame rate. Let's just do that now and I'll demonstrate exactly why that does that. Again, armor stands aren't as bad as you'd think, but you can cover the absolute entire map with armor stands and you will definitely get a frame rate drop. Obviously, it's not going to be massive because it just won't be massive yet, but if you get tons of armor stands in, you'll definitely notice a start or a frame rate drop. Again, that can be quite expensive and really isn't worth it because the lag isn't that much, but if you start putting items on them and armor on them, you'll definitely start to get a lot of lag, and then you'll realize the armor stands are quite laggy. Another good way of getting quite a lot of lag is using either item frames or paintings or even banners. Banners can be quite laggy because they actually are animated now, I believe. If I can find banners, I will try and deploy them for you guys. Deploy them. I don't know if I'm going to be able to find them though, because I don't know this menu very well at all. Banners. I'm going to probably have to search them in here because I have no idea where they are going to be. Banners, there we are, we've got some banners there. So we'll grab some light grey ones. You should see the animation now of the banner being blown in the wind. If you get enough of these banners placed down as well, you'll start to get frame rate drop because of that animation. Anything that's animated like that, you'll definitely start to get frame rate drop. So you can see the banners are blowing in the wind, see them moving forward and back. If you get enough of them, frame rate will definitely start to drop. And obviously, if you deploy this at the same time, you're going to get even more frame rate drop over here. So you're getting a good amount of frame rate drop here. Not enough though to cause enough lag, but you get the idea. Now another way of getting a lot of lag is possibly using mobs. Now with survival players, this can be quite difficult, but if you have a mob spawner, or you have maybe 2 mob spawners together, and you have a bunch of mobs or a bunch of farms nearby, you could possibly put your, let's go inside an area where it's enclosed, you could possibly put a farm above the mob spawner and have a bunch of mobs spawning in there. So let's just get a bunch of mob spawners in here, and then we'll spawn a bunch of mobs in here as well. Let's place a bunch of mob spawners in here if we can. There we are. Alright, so obviously not going to be able to get it in all of these, but we'll put creepers in as many as we can in here. Then I will show you guys exactly what I mean by this. So what happens is the creepers are all going to spawn. I don't know if the area is going to be big enough for them to spawn, but we'll try it anyway. So we've got all these creepers spawning in. We'll spawn a bunch up here as well. And basically, the more mobs you have, it's like a moving animation again, entity type thing, the more the frame rate will drop. And the more mobs I get, the more the frame rate will drop. And technically, this could possibly crash your game. Now, you could also do this with farm animals by breeding them, but it can be a lot of effort. Obviously, it's kind of worth it if you want to duplicate, but the frame rate won't be able to be turned off easily. That's the only problem with this. Using monsters, if you're on a creative world or something, is a great method because you can easily turn it off very easily by changing the game mode to peaceful, and all the mobs will despawn. So this is probably the second best method other than using my lag machine. This is probably the second best method. You can see the frame rate is really starting to hit hard now. We've got really bad frame rate, and be prepared, the game may crash now when I activate this bit here on this machine, because the frame rate is probably going to go really low when I activate this, because we've got this going and we've got these going down here. So you can see the game is almost going 1 FPS, maybe even lower. So the game is almost crashable. So that's absolutely crazy. And if we did the glitch when the game was in this state, you'd basically get absolute tons of stuff. And to fix it all you got to do is break that there. Break this here. There we are. So that's dropped there. We've still got all the mobs. Go to settings. Go to your game modes. Easy, change it to peaceful and back out, and boom, the frame rate is back down to 60, or back up to 60. So there you are. That's how you make a laggy world. There are all the different techniques they have. You can also use stuff like minecarts and things like that. Anything that's entity-wise you can use. I've made a separate video on this. I will link down below for any Xbox console users, or console users, Xbox console, PlayStation, whatever console you're on. If you're not using the VITA version to create lag, I have a video for that on the console versions. I will link that down below as well, so you can try that out for yourselves and get lag that way. I hope you guys have enjoyed this video. Don't forget to leave a like, comment, subscribe. Thank you for watching the duplication glitch, and thank you for watching this video. Very easy, very simple. Try it out for yourselves. And once again, this is POSTBOXPAT signing out.